Hey, good morning. Yes, it is. It is Tuesday, September 16th. So, what are we going to talk about today? Well, I thought we'd talk about when life throws you a curveball, how do you respond? So, stay tuned. Alrighty, welcome back to the channel. My name is Eric, if you didn't already know it. And yes, this is the weekday, Monday through Friday. Today is Tuesday, September 16th of 2025. Throwing a curveball just like yesterday. I had been up most of the night, and finally the clock ticked 3, and that's when I normally get up, and I'm like, I'm going to try to get some sleep somehow, right? And what ended up happening was I slept till 7 o'clock. And so I was running late because I had to be to the shop by 7:30. But that's life in general. It's not always perfect, picture perfect. And if you're waiting for that ideal moment of when to start a business, of when to pull the trigger on something, you may never pull it and you may never do it because those picture perfect times don't always materialize. Okay? They have the thing where it says, if you're dealt lemons, make lemonade. Kind of like that idea. It's all about how your outtake on life is. And if you get up on the wrong side of the bed in the morning and you're having a bitchy day, no matter what goes on, you will find something to complain about all day long, right? But that's your choice. And people will say, well, no, it's not. I just was having a bad day. No, it was your choice to have a bad day and focus on the bad things that took place instead of the gazillion good things that were going on that you decided you weren't going to focus on. That's where most of us fail, is we focus on the bad things instead of the good things going on. And we're easy to discredit ourselves of doing good or doing well by saying we aren't doing good enough. And sometimes good enough is good enough. Just try a little simple thing in the morning of getting yourself on the right feet. Yesterday morning, I had a choice when I got up at 7 o'clock. I could either bitch and complain because I had slept and didn't have time for the video, didn't have time for my morning post on Facebook to all my friends and family, or I could be happy because I got the 3 hours sleep, 4 hours sleep that I had been deprived of all night long. Had I stayed up at 3 o'clock, that would have got me about 2.5 hours sleep total, broken out. And I could just imagine the grumpy, grouchy person I would have been all day yesterday. But I changed it to my own way of doing things. Is I'm thankful I got the extra sleep and I needed it to function, right? And pull your little bad boy pants on and get your ass in gear, right? So yesterday turned out to be an awesome day. We got a lot done. A lot of things that we were trying to get done, we finally got accomplished and kicked out. The loader issue with the little 1600 Ford New Holland Compact, got that fixed. The loader issue on the newer Ford New Holland four-wheel drive tractor, they had, I think I told you, but they had tore the threads right out of the holes in the main casting housing that bolts the loader on. And they had used, oh God, I just had the word in my head too. They're threads that you can turn in. Jason, enlighten me. Amos, you probably know what I'm talking about too. But they were gone, and it actually made it worse. So what we decided to do, and it's kind of hard because a lot of it is cast, was to buy threaded rod, stick it into the hole, center it, weld the threaded rod right into it, and then double nut it on the outside. So Claude got that knocked out, and we got the part back on. And just as we were backing it out, the owner showed up with his trailer and another tractor to fix. So we just swapped tractors off his trailer, and he's tickled to death with the one he took home. And he gave us a list of things he wants done to this tractor because it's going to his daughters for the winter to plow driveways. If you focus too much on the negative that's going on, you won't see all this stuff. If you're in a relationship with someone and you're waiting for that idealist time to either propose or to become engaged, to what have you, you're going to wait a long time. You are. Because trying to find most people's idealistic idea of the most perfect time is not based in reality. It's based in their own dreamlike state, And so if you're sitting there waiting for that to happen, you're going to wait a long time. Same thing with people starting a business. You got two choices. You can either start the business and get as much under your belt of how to do it while you're doing it. You're going to make some mistakes, and that's good because you're going to learn from your mistakes, right? Wisdom was over here. Or you can sit there and put it off for another year waiting for that ideal time. You have basically two types of people, and that is the self-motivated ones that just go. And I'm not saying that if you just decide, screw it, I'm going to start the business this year, that you're going to be successful. I'm not saying anything even remotely close. That all is based on you. Did you do your homework? Did you look at the competition in the area? Do you have the skills? If not, do you have people that do have the skills? Can you afford to hire them on a part-time basis while you're building your business? Is there a need? All that stuff goes into it as well. It's not just simply opening up a shop and voila, you're successful. You're successful in the sense that you've finally decided to get it off the ground. And, this is where, if you watch my 800 videos that talks about, in time, you're going to gain experience, good and bad, and you're going to learn from the bad, right? Hopefully you're going to learn from the bad. And that will give you wisdom. That's what business is. Business is recognizing the experiences of what's going on with the business and trying to find a solution that would work best for that issue. And it may take you a couple tries of the wrong path. And that's okay, because it's also teaching you at the same time, this is what not to do. Don't look at it as a defeat or, a screw up. I learn probably more from my screw ups than I do from my right off the bat goes well. Because if it goes right off the bat and does well, I'm wondering, how did that happen? Where if I'm learning from my defeats, I can see why it didn't work, and let's not do this again, right? Only you know when is right, okay? Not your buddies, not your family. When I first started the parts business, there were a lot of naysayers. A lot of people that did not believe that what I was wasting my time on would ever amount to anything. People would not be buying parts online. So if you're in that situation of where you're coming up with something new and you're coming up against a headwind of family and friends telling you it's not going to work, don't worry. If you've got a good outlook and can see down the road, I mean, I paid attention to them, but that didn't slow me down any. I was driven. I knew what I wanted, and that's the way I am. Is I know deep inside what it is that I want to do, and you're going to want to know deep inside exactly what you want to do, because you're going to have to dig deep down inside to pull you through some of the time periods of where there's a lot of self-doubt. That get up and go. And this is why I start most of the time my day at 3 in the morning, is because prior to slowing everything down, from 3 to 6, I was talking with my overseas employees that were handling the uploading and that stuff that I had hired. And during the 3 to 5, 3 to 6, they were in the middle of the day or into the evening. So that's why I started getting up super early. When I was farming it, we used to get up before to go milk the cows and stuff like that. But so getting up early didn't bother me. And actually, I'm a morning person, if you haven't noticed. I like the mornings. I like early morning because I know that nobody is going to bother me unless someone is dead or dying. And if they're dead, it can wait till daylight because there's not a doggone thing I can do about it at this point. So people know that I go to bed fairly early at night, so they don't call after a certain hour unless it's something real serious. And I don't keep a phone in the bedroom, so it's not really going to help anyways. Although this thing I've been going on now for 3 weeks, I get up and down once in a while during the night, and I'll check the answering machine to see if there's anybody called with some kind of an emergency. But I like the mornings because it's quiet and it gives me the ability to think. Yes, sometimes these two mongrels will get to fighting and carrying on and everything else, and kind of throws a monkey wrench into everything. Right now they're being good, which is odd. Is right now the right time to do X, Y, or Z? Only you will know that. If you procrastinate or a procrastinator, you will never accomplish much of anything, will you? And then you're going to grow old and say, I wish I would have done this. Right? What I can tell you is, when you're doing this thought process, if it's like for a business, don't rate it on money. Don't rate it on you're going to get rich, or you're going to be a millionaire within 3 years or something like that. Do it out of love of the journey and enjoying the time doing it. If you don't enjoy the time doing it and you're only doing it for the money side of it, you might want to find something else. Because by the time you figure up the hours you're going to have invested in it, you're going to be working for a couple bucks an hour until you get it up and going. And then it's running itself because you've got everything, the engine running good. But if you're like me, you get to that point and you want more growth. So you take on a second engine to start working on that. And that's what I did, was once I had the process down that worked, I could do that to almost anything. And to this day, that same process will work if I decide to get back into business full tilt. It doesn't matter what it is I'm going to approach and do. If I follow the processes that I did on the parts business, it will work on anything else. It's just, do I want to devote that much time with being older like me? And the answer right now is no, I'm comfortable. I got my beef cows. I got the parts business still on a minor note. We still doing repairs at the shop. We've slowed things down. I mean, it just had a quadruple heart bypass in Cloud 74. We're not spring chickens anymore. And people say, well, why don't you just give it up and retire? Well, because both of us enjoy doing it. We really do. And that's 90% of being in business is enjoying what you're doing. If you don't enjoy what you're doing, it's going to be the most hellacious grind you will ever have. So that's why I told my kids when they were younger, we were running the farm. I said, farming is your mother and my choice, not you guys' choice. You guys decide what you want to do with your lives. You don't need to farm it. Find whatever it is that floats your boat, that brings you joy, and go for it. And I really thought my son would become a chef and my daughter a model, the way that they were going, but they both turned out great. And they're both doing their own thing and done a good job of raising their kids. So, my grandkids. So what can I say? When is the right time? Only you know. So on that note, you guys have a great Tuesday, and we'll catch you here bright and early tomorrow morning for another week edition of the weekday. Again, if you're a procrastinator, you're never going to do it. If it's that important, go do it. You guys have a great day.